It's all about humanity.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are coming in from. I hope you are all super bullish. I know I am. Welcome in, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of April, 2025. As always, if you got that, people, you're going to do all right. Strong hand. Don't you worry about what's going on out there in the markets, because the markets are bleeding out everywhere, as I'll show you in a little while. But you know what? In my opinion, Bitcoin is holding up very well, all things considered, when you look at some of the other markets. So please retweet this, share it where you're watching or indeed you're listening. If you're new, coming here for the first time, don't come looking for financial advice. You're not going to get it. I'm just me, just some regular dude from the UK who rants twice a week about Bitcoin, brings you some pertinent news articles. And if you're looking for charts and TA and price predictions, you've come to the wrong show. Very quickly, because this is so new, I've had some issues again with Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. So that platform has been taken down now. So if you want to support the show, all those Sats addresses are live. That Revolut address is live. If you want to donate crappy fiat to my bank, you don't have to, but it's there if anybody wants to. So very quickly, go into the show notes and follow me somewhere else. This channel's gone down once already. I sound like an old broken record, don't I? But if the channel goes down, you guys that like following it think, oh, what's happened to UKBitcoinMaster? Whereas if you're following me, particularly at UKBitcoiner, my spare YouTube channel, that is dormant. You won't get notified as long as you've got notifications switched on and you've clicked the bell icon and all. It means that if I do have this channel taken down again for whatever reason, I'll move my streaming software there and you've got continuity of me live streaming. If you're not on the Orange Pill app, look, you don't have to, nobody has to, but anyone in Bitcoin is on the Orange Pill app. Why? It is an app for Bitcoiners. You can connect with anybody around the world in your location, meet up with other Bitcoiners. There are merchants on there. You can now zap people sats across a whole platform in just one go, which is absolutely fantastic. If you're not on it and you want to get on it, just use my link in the show notes. And when you do and you subscribe, then OPA will send you 5,000 sats for doing so. Worth having. The Best of Exmoor, the show sponsors, 200 holiday cottages in the southwest corner of the UK. Chris is a Bitcoiner. Look, top right, you can see that. He's been down the rabbit hole since 2017. So show them a bit of love, people. You might not want to buy a holiday vacation now with Bitcoin, but you probably will do in the future. Like you want to buy your meat and get your car fixed and book flights and hotel rooms. Vacations would be the same sort of thing. So if you're aware of Chris and the Best of Exmoor, at least you know what he offers. When you go and have a look at the site, you'll be absolutely gobsmacked. You are talking of reviews, always 9.5 out of 10. Many of them 9.8, 9.9 and 10 out of 10 for cleanliness, location and all sorts. So do go check them out. Okay, so bring me back up for a minute. Who have we got in my chat? Well, Vinny Rondo is not in my chat because he's on the road. But hopefully, Vinny, you catch this on catch up. Chelsea Baz is with us. JB Bitcoin is in the house. John G. We've got Big Mike. BitcoinMaster is with us. Eddie Willers, good to see you. Steve Redding. Elaine, Mrs. UK. Mr. 60. Johnny Midas has just joined us. Justin Time is in the house. MP Wilson, Yorkie Bitcoiner. Uncle Hodler, good to see you back, my friend. Sam Wright is with us. Glyn is in the house. Justy54, welcome. And Vinny Rondo's back. Well, welcome in, everyone. If you want to get my attention, just type in UK Bitcoin Master, then a message, and it will light up bright orange for me. Not for you, for me. And I would gladly read it out. In fact, Yorkie Bitcoiner just did that. Wow, your subs are rising nicely. Do you know something? I have no clue where that has come from. And funny enough, I've got that up right now. We are just about to touch 6,000 subs. Where did that come from? So if you're on the live stream now and you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love for that to tick over to 6,000 while we are live. I've just refreshed my browser again. Where are we? 5.98 thousand. That's 5,980 subscribers. So we literally want 20 more subs and we smashed through 6,000. I have no clue where it's come from, people. Not a flipping clue, but I'll take it all day long. Where's Dawes is in the house? Hello, hello, hello. Ireland is with us. Good to have you in the house, Mike. Okay, so I better get on with the show, hadn't I? That's the first thing we've got to get into. Right, let me come back over here. Now, the thumbnail is talking about Uncle Larry. We know Larry Fink of Blackrock. And you know what? I'm not a fan of these big institutions, Blackrock, governments, politicians at all. But without them, you, me, whoever would not have our bags pumped like they are pumping and are going to pump them. So if I'm in Bitcoin anyway, and I'm looking to secure my family's financial future for generations, then Fink can get on and do what he does. So let's get into that. Hang on a sec. Technology's just let me down. So here's the first one. BlackRock CEO, Bitcoin could threaten the dollar's dominance. This was in their newsletter, his annual newsletter to investors. Fink highlighted that United States debt has grown at 3 times the rate of gross domestic product since 1989. Interest payments are projected to exceed 952 billion, almost a trillion this year. That is surpassing defense spending. And by 2030, all federal revenue could be consumed by mandatory spending and debt service. BlackRock CEO Fink warned that the US dollar's global reserve currency status is not guaranteed and could be overtaken by digital assets like Bitcoin if federal debt continues to spiral. This is monumental when you've got the head of the largest asset manager on the face of the earth coming out and saying the US dollar could well be threatened by Bitcoin. We, OGs, have called this for years. We've kept saying this is what will ultimately happen. Of course, we probably won't see it fully play out in our lifetimes, but it is happening, people. And not only is he talking about the US, but he's also now going to be offering crypto services here in the UK. Hopefully, that's going to get the lazy Brit government off their fat behinds and wake up so that we're not the friggin' last in and we're mopping up the dregs of it all. Expanding its digital asset footprint. BlackRock, here we go again, has secured approval from the Financial Conduct Authority or FCA to operate as a registered crypto asset firm in the UK. The approval places BlackRock, the world's largest asset management firm, among the growing list of regulated companies in the region, including Coinbase and Kraken. This milestone also marks a significant step in the asset manager's continued expansion into the digital asset space over the past year. This is game theory playing out. It is playing out at breakneck speed, but for those people wanting number go up, they think nothing's happening, and it is crazy happening behind the scenes. Paul, good to have you in the house. Welcome. Smash the like button. We are trying to get the subscribers to 6,000 whilst we're live on the show. If any of you have got another browser open, keep refreshing it on my page, and let's see if we can bust 6,000 while we're live on the show. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited about that. It's crazy. But it's not just Fink. What else have we got? We've got the Trump boys doing their thing. Love them or hate them. Donald Trump is extremely successful, and his sons are becoming extremely successful in his footsteps, but they get digital assets, and that's exciting. Trump's sons launch American Bitcoin in partnership with Hut 8. Sure, they can go off and do what they want. They believe in Bitcoin, but there's nothing for people like you and I but holding that in self-custody. Anyway, what's this got to say? The Trump family is diving into the world of Bitcoin as Eric and Trump and Donald Trump Jr. partner with Hut 8, a major Bitcoin mining company, to launch American Bitcoin. So whatever your thoughts around this, this is what adoption looks like. And for me, the price doesn't matter. It is, we're down. If you look at the markets, in fact, look, for those thinking it's just Bitcoin, take a look at that. Look at the bleeding markets, people, and it continues. Everything's bleeding out. It's not just Bitcoin. So chill out. Bitcoin is doing remarkably well under the circumstances. We're at 81.8 at the minute. Just take it that you can get 1,223 sats for your dollar currently, which is brilliant. An extra 200 sats on where we were at the top. Okay, so we move on. Trump hails Bitcoin as the greatest store of value and a hedge against real estate. This is not Donald Trump. I don't know why this article used his picture. It's actually his son. In a new interview with Fox Business Network, Eric Trump, son of President Donald Trump, praised Bitcoin as one of the greatest stores of value and an unbelievable hedge against real estate. During a separate interview with Bloomberg, Eric Trump reiterated his confidence in the sector, announcing the official launch of a new venture he believes will become a major player in the cryptocurrency space. Quote, American Bitcoin, I think it's going to be one of the greatest companies out there, so I truly believe in it. Of course he believes in his company, but of course if that company is all about Bitcoin, then I'll take that all day long. But it doesn't stop there. Tether expands its Bitcoin reserves by another 8,888 Bitcoin, worth 735 million in Q1 of 2025. There it is again. This acquisition brings Tether's total Bitcoin holdings to 92,647 BTC, valued at approximately 7.64 billion. As a result, Tether is now recognized as the sixth largest holder of Bitcoin globally. But we're still not done. Enter GameStop. Wow. GameStop raises 1.5 billion in convertible notes for Bitcoin buying spree. Video game retailer GameStop said Tuesday that it has raised 1.5 billion from a private offering of convertible notes, which it plans to use to buy Bitcoin. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. And then you've got articles like this one coming out. A quarter of the S&P 500 firms could very well hold Bitcoin by 2030, 5 years from now. 4 years and something, says this report. A quarter of S&P 500 firms could hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets by 2030, according to a report from tech-focused financial advisory firm Architect Partners. Why? Because those managing treasury assets won't be able to say they didn't at least try, said partner Elliot Chun in a March 28th blog post. Quote, if you tried it and it worked, you're a genius. If you tried it and it didn't work, you at least tried. Either way, you likely keep your job. But if you didn't try it and cannot provide a good reason, your job could very well be at risk. Now, here's the exciting thing. With all the bleeding out, it says here that whenever Bitcoin is sold, there's a buyer for it. The selling of Bitcoin by long-term holders is being quickly absorbed by buyers, according to digital asset analytics firm Glassnode. Glassnode says that long-term holders, or those holding their coins for more than 155 days, get out of here, people. I've been holding for nearly 8 years. Don't give me 155 days. It's just their metrics are starting to reaccumulate BTC after a second wave of selling, reducing volatility on the price chart. UK Bitcoin Farmer, get in there. Good to see you in the house. So the point here, people, is there's going to be a floor where people have got buy orders, and when Bitcoin gets sold, it is instantly bought up. That is supply and demand. That is people wanting Bitcoin at a certain price, and when Bitcoin drops to that certain price, those buy orders are filled. And I think that is what is keeping Bitcoin as good as it is right now, when we've got a complete, total global meltdown going on because of the Trump tariff announcements last evening. And for me, I'd rather get the short-term pain out of the way and then them turn on the money printers, as they're all going to have to, and then watch Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket. So stick around, people. Do not get out of your Bitcoin position. Hold firm. Ignore the doomers and the gloomers and those that say the bear market's kicking in, because I don't understand anything about these charts. But what I do understand is there's an index called the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, and it shows right now that Bitcoin is right bang in the middle of overbought and oversold. So we got a lot of upside to go before it heats up, gets red hot, and then we hit the blow off top of the bull market. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. Past history tells us that if this repeats, then yes, it's going to happen. But of course, none of us have got a crystal ball, and none of us knows when or if this thing breaks and changes. But I think when it does finally break, it is going to break to the upside. That's my personal opinion only. Don't take that as financial advice. Okay. Here's a great tweet that I really needed to share with you. This is the madness that's going on here in the UK. Look at this. Parents in Hertfordshire have been arrested and locked in a cell for criticising the policies of their daughter's school in emails and a WhatsApp group. By this point, anyone claiming that free speech is intact in the UK is utterly delusional. Look at those coppers coming to that front door to arrest this couple. It's gone mad. Keir Starling is just a freaking nightmare. Anyway, I better leave that one there. My point here is, if you live in the UK and you think we got free speech, you've lost it. I watched a fantastic interview today with Peter McCormack and Matt Le Tissier. And if, for those that don't know who Matt Le Tissier is, he was a centre forward for Southampton Football Club, and he played for England. He scored some of the greatest goals ever scored by any striker. And Peter McCormack interviewed him, and he was talking about how he got kicked off of Sky Sports because of his views back in the days of COVID. And it was a great riff. You really ought to go and watch the Peter McCormack show with Matt Le Tissier. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, Mark Moss tweeted, the Trump family pivoting hard into Bitcoin and even hedging their real estate should tell you something. Now think about this. The Trump family dynasty has built that dynasty on property or real estate. And all of a sudden, they're hedging their real estate for Bitcoin. Absolutely friggin' mind-blowing. Mind-blowingly exciting for where we're going in the future. People, pound that like button. Hang on, let me do a refresh and see if we've hit 6,000 subs yet. I doubt if we have, but you never know. 5.98 still. Gah! Smash the like button, people. Let's get through 6K. I've only got about 12 minutes of the show left. I'm only kidding. It'll happen when it happens. So, what else have we got? Bitcoin Magazine tweeted, new MetaPlanet CEO after making the company's biggest Bitcoin purchase yet. We are just getting started. There he is with one of the Trump boys. This is happening, people. These companies that are in right now, just like you and I, they and we are visionaries. We see this. We know where it's going, when all the general public out there are just saying, yeah, that Bitcoin thing, that's too risky, that's a scam. That is why they and we will be well rewarded in the coming years and decades. Trust me. Thought the Matt Le Tissier, yeah, great. It was really great, Eddie. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it with Peter McCormack, go watch it. Fantastic. Okay, what else have we got? Moving on. Simply Bitcoin tweeted, how long before Apple and Google use their cash to buy Bitcoin like GameStop? It is only a matter of time. Do you know what? that is where I'm at. That is why I'm so calm around all of this, around everything bleeding out, the stock market down, S&P down, NASDAQ down. You know, the gold bugs are having their day in the sun right now. But, you know, when you look back, I mean, they've been down, I think, for about 11 years compared to Bitcoin. So they're getting a little bit of an up, and they're all cheering that, you know, Bitcoin's dead and gold's the way forward, and let them have their day in the sun. I'm okay with all of that. 81,000. I was saying to my wife this morning, you know, when I didn't know what the price was going to be when the US markets opened. And I said, even if it went down to the low 70s, you know, in terms of an investment, for many of you that bought higher than that, yes, you're underwater for a bit, but you got to hold firm. But from our own point of view, we're just chilled out with our popcorn because we bought in at 2K and 5K respectively in 17 and 18. So we are quids in big time, even if the thing went down to 50, 40, 30. It's not going to. There's a floor there. But even if it did, we're sort of pretty okay. So you got to build your strong hand, people. You got to know what you are holding and hold on to that for dear life. Because unlike fiat, that they can print more of, which debases what you own, if you own 0.1 of a Bitcoin, you own 0.1 of the total supply of the future global money that can't be debased. There can't ever be any more. There's only ever going to be 21 million. 4 or 5 million are probably lost if you include Satoshi's coins. So 8 billion people are going to be scrabbling to try and get their hands on 16, maybe 17 million coins somewhere out in the future. Do you really want to let go of that when it is the most pristine asset that humanity has ever seen? Because I fully intend not to. What else? The Bitcoin historian, Pete Rizzo. I like Pete Rizzo stuff. Just in, President Bukele just posted a picture of him and President Trump with laser eyes. Fantastic. Love it. What else? The Bitcoin therapist. GameStop is going to melt faces. Do you know what? I actually believe that. You know, wait till they really pile into this thing. GameStop and all the others are seeing this, and then you're going to look, Google and Apple are going to be watching. They'll have teams of people watching what's going on. And I spoke to a guy today, and he said, yeah, no, that's too risky. And I actually turned around and I said, well, risky is holding your money in a bank where they can steal it or debase it. And it's debasing, you know, way above inflation. So you're getting poorer every year. I said, if you think, you know, Bitcoin is risky when you can hold it for maybe 6 to 8 years and it like 38 or 40 X's, how can that be risky? It might be volatile in the interim, but it is going up over time. But some people just don't get it. And I'm okay with it, but I feel compelled to tell another human being about it or something around Bitcoin related. Bitcoin Magazine again. Fun fact. Bitcoin processed over $5.5 trillion worth of transactions in Q1 of 2025 alone. So for those idiots that want to tell you, those ignorant people, thanks Eddie, those ignorant people that want to tell you that Bitcoin has got no value, it's got no intrinsic value, it's got no use case, nobody wants to do anything with it. Well, there you go. $5.5 trillion in transaction in the first quarter of 2025. Just show them charts like this. This is what I do. When something works for me, I actually save that as a picture on my phone, and then I've got it there. If somebody comes to me with a daft statement, question, whatever it might be, you know, do people really want Bitcoin? Does it move? Does anything happen with it? Show them something like that. And, you know, here's the thing. I always believe that if Bitcoin goes to 100 grand, you're going to have those people that say, yeah, I've missed the boat. It's too expensive. If only I could have bought it at 50. If it went down to 50, they say, I'm not buying that rubbish. Look at it dumping. You can't win. There's an old saying, is there not? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. All you can do is shove its head in the water. And if it doesn't want to drink and swallow, let the thing die. is my take. No harm to animals, if that makes sense, but you can't convince everyone. I love what Adam Meister, BitcoinMaster, has always said, and that is there are 80%ers and there are 20%ers, and 80% of people will never get this. They will want the government to take care of them. You know some of them. I definitely know some of them. And there are 20% that might be open to learning about this. And of that 20%, 20% of that 20% will get on and stack some Bitcoin. And that's the way that I view it. So as long as I'm doing my bit for humanity, running these shows twice a week, hoping we can pick up some noobs along the way, get them to subscribe and get me through 6,000 subscribers. Only kidding. If I can help a noob not get wrecked by a crap coin, a scam coin, and all the hundreds and thousands of coins that are spinning up right now, and understand a little bit about why they should hold Bitcoin only, then that's what I'm here for. If anybody will give me a hearing when I bump into them, I'll tell them something. If I see the old eyes roll or they don't get it, I'm off to the next person. Simple as that. Okay, found a great quote here from Helen Keller, no less. Blind Helen Keller. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And that's what I love about Bitcoiners. We pull together. We should be pulling together, because anything I do helps your Bitcoin stash. Anything you do helps my Bitcoin. I won't use stash. I don't like that. It's, net worth is a better word. Anything Sailor does helps our net worth. Anything Larry Fink does helps our net worth, because it floats all boats. And that's the thing that I find really exciting. Okay, again, very quickly, if anybody wants to support me with sats, all those work just by scanning it with your phone. There's no invoice needed. For anybody who wants to try a little bit of fiat, that code, if you've got a Revolut bank, Europe, UK, wherever Revolut works for you, you can drop £1, £2, you choose. You don't have to do any of that stuff, by the way, but some people want to support the channel. I'm just showing you how you can. Again, if you look at my YouTube channel, it is not monetized. At nearly 6,000 subscribers, I could have monetized it 5,000 subscribers ago. I'm not doing this for money. I don't need the money. I'm doing it for the love of helping somebody else not get wrecked and understand Bitcoin. That's why I do it. So please help me. Retweet this. Share it on Nostr. If you're on the podcast, if there's a way to share a link, share the link. Barry, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. We've just finished. Go back to the beginning. Watch it on 2x. No, you can't. I speak too fast. Get the message out there, people. Go into the comments section after the live stream has ended. Refresh your browser and leave a comment, because it does help to keep this video current for longer. But that said, that is my UK Bitcoin Master live show for today, the 3rd of April, 2025. Come and join me on Monday. For those of you in the 21 million club, I've sent the email out today about the next online meetup. Check your spam, because I am using my new email address just for our group. Okay, so check your spam. It has gone out and it's coming around quite quickly. Looking forward to that one. But for the rest of you, each and every one of you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, weekend, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a fab time with family. Get out there, touch grass, smell the fresh air. Get your eyes away from your screen, people. But do have your eyes back on your screen on Monday, 6 p.m. London, where I'll be here with another live show. Thanks, everyone. Catch you all on Monday.